guys, so I just wanted to share with you what I used during my natural labor and delivery to kind of keep me energized, so to speak. So going into my natural labor and delivery, my midwife had instructed me, you're going to want to bring some snacks, and that seemed weird to me because I was like, I just remember with my last two babies never being hungry during labor at all. But then as soon as those babies popped themselves out, I was extraordinarily hungry, so hungry. I could have probably just grabbed a cow and been like it was ridiculous. So with that in mind, so I'm going to share with you guys kind of what I did end up using. And so with me, it was kind of a similar situation. I just didn't want to eat, but I had a difficult labor in that our delivery, I should say. The delivery part was what was hard. But I had a difficult labor and delivery. My other two children, it was really simple. This one was I was ready to push in less than 2 hours from when my contractions started. Less than 2 hours. I should have had that baby. However, my baby was asynclitic, which means that her head was tilted and wedged into, it happened to be my left side, it could be either side of my pelvis. So her head was stuck. So I was having the urge to push, but every time I pushed, the baby's head just got wedged further into the pelvis. It was just, we were stuck. So we had to work for a good, I don't remember how long now, 4 hours, 5 hours? Something like that, 6 hours, somewhere in there. We worked to get the baby out, and we were doing all sorts of crazy things, like weird positions. I was upside down at one point. We even went on a car ride trying to bounce her head out of the stuck position and get it back. So it was work. They call it labor for a reason. This is not something I'd really experienced. It's not that it had been a walk in the park the other two times, but this labor should have been crazy easy. It should have been crazy because it was so fast, not crazy because she got stuck. So I was the same way as my other baby. I just couldn't eat. I had brought things to eat, and I'll give you guys some really good examples of food to eat while in labor after, but let me finish sharing my story. So the things I brought to eat, I just couldn't really eat. So what I ended up doing is I would alternate between drinking water and drinking apple juice. And the apple juice helped because it had sugar in it, and it would just give me a little boost and kind of a sweet taste. It was almost like a wake-up call to me. So that's what helped me a lot, is I would drink apple juice over water, and it would get diluted. I meuld drink apple juice over ice, and it would get diluted as I was laboring, and I would still keep drinking it, so it would be watery apple juice too, but it was good. And then like I said, I would alternate and also drink just regular water. I just drank a lot. It kept me hydrated. It would help wake me up. The sugar from the apple juice was really good for me. I needed it, especially since I couldn't eat. And yeah, it was really helpful. I've heard a lot of people say that, teas are really good. I'm not really a tea drinker, but a lot of people recommend tea. Tea can be a very good pick-me-up drink in between drinking lots of water too while you're in labor. So after the baby, I was very hungry. I'd had if you've watched my labor video, I worked. I was basically pushing for hours, trying not to push because the baby was stuck. It didn't help, but when you have to push, you have to push. And so my body had the urge to push, but nothing was happening. So it was work, you guys. It was a struggle. And so I had, depleted a lot of energy, so I was shaky. And, we hadn't ordered food yet or done anything like that. Someone was going to get food. So I had to go to my snacks. And so the thing I ate that really picked me up, that really hit the spot and gave me lots of energy, and it would have been great during labor too. And I probably, even though I wasn't hungry and I didn't feel like eating, I probably should have tried it. Even if I just threw it back up, I should have tried it anyway because I think it might have made me feel better. But that being said, it still helped me right after I had the baby. And that was these little squeezable packs of chocolate hazelnut butter by a brand called Justin's, and they're all natural, gluten-free, really great things, and they're delicious. It's the sugar in it's only the natural occurring sugar, blah blah blah. It was so good. They come in these little squeezable packets, so I would just rip open the side, and I'd knead it and rip it open the side, and I was just like and it really picked me up. They were great. I would highly recommend them. They come in all, I had chocolate hazelnut was the one I really liked. They have lots of different flavors, like vanilla almond and maple something. I don't know. They have a lot of flavors, like regular peanut butter, all kinds of flavors, but it was really good. And there's a lot of protein in there too. Protein is great energy. So like that's why I said it would have been really good to eat during labor too, or at least attempt. That being said, I was going to give you guys some other ideas of foods that would be good during labor if you can eat, because like I said, you can't always eat, and that's okay. I was fine. I didn't, I just stuck with my water and my juice and I was good to go. But yogurt is supposed to be a good one. Fruit and dried fruit can be good. Fruit's nice because it's got a lot of water in it, so you're eating and you're getting something in your stomach, and it's something that's good for your body, but it's very, moist, wet. There's a lot of water in it, so that's, good in two ways. Anything protein rich food are really going to help you. So, I mean, like I said, the nuts, if you get like an all natural, so you're not getting a sugar laden, peanut butter, almond butter, hazelnut butter, whatever, those are all good for you. Eggs even, can be good for you. So, like I said, the yogurt, anything with protein would be really helpful. Obviously vegetables would be fine. Sometimes because you feel a little nauseous, a carb is actually good. You're going to want toast or maybe like a bagel or, anything like that. That's fine. Don't be scared of carbs when, the sugar and all that stuff, because you need that energy when you're laboring. And sometimes that's better for a person's stomach. If your stomach's a little upset, you might be able to handle like a piece of toast, and it might help energize you to keep you going through your labor and delivery. And so, and then like I already mentioned, the teas are really good too, I've heard. And like I said, I'm not a tea drinker myself, but I hear that a lot, so there's gotta be something to it. So anyway, that is what I did when I was labor and delivery. Obviously there are other things like granola bars and blah, 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 whatever. And I've even heard a lot of people say that if you're really craving just like something, like some sort of candy or pastry, eat it. It's okay. You're fine. Eat it. That's what you can keep down during labor, and it's going to give you a boost of energy. That's fine. But, if you're trying to be a little bit more health conscious about it, go for the protein. Something protein rich. That's, a good option. Like I said, the nuts or the eggs or the yogurt. Cheese too. If you can keep it down, awesome. And then don't be scared to have some breads, some like straight up sugary carb bread. It's okay, because that might sit on your stomach better. But you do need energy when you're laboring. I know if you're having a hospital birth, a lot of times they don't let you eat anything. But just a little FYI, I didn't know this. If I had known this, I would have been like, what? You don't have to follow that rule. They can't make you follow that rule. If you need to eat something and you're at a hospital, do it. And if you throw it up, who cares? The reason they make you follow that rule is because if they have to do a C-section, they don't want you to have anything on your stomach, because when you're under anesthetic, you could throw it up and asphyxiate, and honestly, like, that is why the hospitals don't want you to do that, because when you go to a hospital, they are already mentally preparing that a C-section is a very realistic possibility, even if it's not, and so that's their thinking. So you can make that choice for yourself. You're not beholden to their rules. You don't have to do that. I wish I had known that. So yeah, FYI, if you choose to take the risk that you may have to have a C-section, and you don't mind having something in your stomach, then and you're hungry, eat during labor. A lot of times it really helps women. Women get weak during labor. It's hard, it's work. And it's even if you're having an epidural, it's still hard, it's still work. You're still doing an awesome job, and you still might get tired. And if eating a slice of toast or a handful of raisins can give you some energy, an energy boost to get through it, then do it. There's, so there you go. So there's some ideas for food to eat during labor and delivery, and that's what I did, and it really did help me. Like I said, I kind of wish now I had made myself try to eat a little bit of that, squeezable packet. I think it might have helped me some. And so, and if I tried and I couldn't get it down, no big deal. But I kind of wish now I had tried. I think it would have been good. But either way, that apple juice and that ice cold water, oh my gosh, that helped me a lot. You'll see in our video all the time Kyle giving me a water cup with a straw, but it's like not disposable, like a plastic one. And it was wonderful. Like they would just fill up, and I was just like, yes. So, okay, you guys, there you go. Bye.